Welcome to the favorite spot where learning's never tough.
You're welcome to Excellent Touch Tutorials, and I am Sir Isaac. In my previous video, I discussed the definition of physical quantities as well as the definition of measurement. Please, if you have not watched it, do use the provided link to access it and to watch it. Now, in this video, I'm going to be sharing on the types of physical quantities in continuation of the last video that I did on measurement of physical quantities. So now let's get started. So physical quantities can be grouped into two based on their definitions and then their relationship with other physical quantities. And so we have fundamental quantities and derived quantities. Now let's look at fundamental quantities. Fundamental quantities are basic quantities. They are independent of other quantities and they cannot be defined in terms of other quantities. They can be obtained directly by the use of measuring instruments. And the unit of measuring fundamental quantity, we call it fundamental units. So it means fundamental units are those units that are independent of other units and they cannot be defined in terms of other units. The fundamental unit form the base unit upon which other units are built or other units depend. And the three most fundamental quantities in physics are length, mass, and time. The length is the extent of space between 2 points or the gap between two positions. So when we talk about length, we're talking about height, we're talking about distances, we're talking about displacement, we're talking about breadth, we're talking about width, we're talking about depth. All refers to length. And the mass is the quantity of matter or quantity of material that is contained in a body or object. And time is the measure of the duration between events, allowing us to understand the sequence and progression of occurrences. And here is a table consisting of physical quantities, their units, as well as their SI units. First, we have length. The symbol of length is capital L, or the dimension of length is capital L. And length is measured in meters, in yards, in inches, in feet, in cubits, in spans, in miles, and in light years. But the SI unit of length is meters with the symbol small letter m. Number 2 is mass, and the dimension of mass is capital M. Mass is measured in ounces, in grams, in pounds, and in stones. But the SI unit of measuring mass is kilograms with the symbol kg. Number 3 is time, and the dimension of time is capital letter T. Time is measured in seconds, in minutes, in hours, in days, in weeks, in months, in years. But the SI unit of time is the second with the symbol small letter s. And next, number 4, we have temperature, and the dimension of temperature is K. Temperature is measured in degrees Celsius, in Fahrenheit, in kelvins, in rankines. But the SI unit for measuring temperature is the Kelvin with the symbol K. Number 5, we have electric current. Electric current has the dimension capital letter A and it is measured in ampere. The SI unit of current is also ampere. Number 6, we have amount of substance with the dimension S, and the unit of amount of substance is the mole. The SI unit is also the mole with the symbol MOL. Number 7 is luminous intensity with the dimension capital letter C, and the unit of luminous intensity is candela, and candela is also the SI unit for luminous intensity with the symbol CD. So here are the fundamental physical quantities. The first is the length, the second is the mass, the third is time, the fourth is temperature, the fifth is current, the sixth is amount of substance, the seventh is luminous intensity. Now it's quiz time. Let's have a test of knowledge. So put on your thinking cap and answer the following questions. Number 1, what are physical quantities? Number 2, which of the following set of physical quantities is fundamental? A, length, mass, and time. B, speed, length, and time. C, speed, mass, and distance. D, distance, speed, and time. Number 3, which of the following is not a fundamental unit? A, ampere. B, kilogram. C, second. And D, ohm. And here is your assignment. Classify the following quantities as either fundamental or not fundamental. First, amount of substance. Next, frequency. Next, temperature. Next, luminous intensity. Next, power. And then current. I hope you had a great learning experience. Show your support by liking, subscribing, and commenting. I'll definitely be back with more videos. Thank you for watching. And in my next video, I'll be sharing with you on derived quantity as the second type of physical quantities that we just looked at.